were hermits living.
Look at that. Looks unreal. It looks unreal.
It looks unreal, yes.
Yeah.
But you can imagine these people back then, the need that they felt to find a place and live as a monk is the roots of this word, Greek, from the word monos, which means alone. They try to find a place. Don't worry, we'll stop for pictures. I know it's not always very easy to take a picture from the bus while we are moving. Near the first monastery, which was dedicated to Saint Mykonos, we'll stop, we'll make a stop. These will be short stops for pictures. Pictures and back on the bus to continue the ride and see all the monasteries from outside and visit 2 of them. This is a very nice spot. Have a look here on our right. The cave, little villages at the foot of the mountain of Pindos, and the valley of the river Pinios. Have a look on our left. On the top of that huge rock, the monastery of St. Nicholas. This is the one where no monks live here, and there is a priest coming every day to open the church for people who want to visit it.
Where does the priest
The priest is from this area, from the village. Yes. He drives, and then he has to climb all the way up. There are 2 paths leading. We must not forget that until the last century, people who wanted to visit one of these monasteries, the only way to do that was to climb up. They were using these rope ladders or the nets. Nothing else. We will get out here, not out of here, but best mushrooms we have are from this area and from an area in northern Greece, Grevena. We never see these mushrooms in Athens. They export them. Nothing comes to us. It's all for export. Yes, taking out. So, back to the beautiful nature. This is one of the monasteries we're going to visit, as I've said, the one in front of us to the right. We'll visit first St. Stephanos, and then on the way back we'll stop up there, and there is a path leading to the main entrance of the monastery over there where we see the flags and these few steps leading up. On the way down then, after we visit this monastery, there are steps leading down to the main road where Angelo is going to wait for us. What was that movie of James Bond? Only for Your Eyes? How was it? Yes, For Your Eyes Only. There is a scene from Meteora, from these rocks. Have a seat here, Dan. Now this is a nice picture with the fog and the rocks.
Very curious. Very otherworldly. Incredible. You want to change places with me?
Now you understand why they called this place Meteora, between heaven and earth.
Yes. Totally. Does it focus it? I wonder how does it focus it? Look at the trees.
They're oaks, they're plane trees, they're using the wood here for the icons. Remember a few things we said about the icons and how it's not just to paint, it's not just art. Most of them are masterpieces of monks, and while they are painting, the portable icons or the frescoes, they are praying the whole time, they fast. Sometimes the monks eat only bread, they drink only water for 40 days. They had also some places like big caves on these rocks, and when they felt tempted, they felt that they had to punish themselves, and they spent days, weeks in a place like that, and when they felt purified again, they returned to the monasteries. One of these places that they made themselves to spend is one of the caves here on these rocks on our left. Have a look at the big one where you can see some beds and the wooden beams. Have a look at the beautiful flowers of the monastery in front of us. This is a nunnery today.
That's where I'm going.
It's called Roussanos, probably because the first monk, his name was Roussanos, or he came from Russia.
Oh my.
A picture of Varlam, a look on our left now. Varlam with the two churches. This is the one which took them 22 years to bring the stones all the way up there. Don't worry, on the way back after the visit of Roussanos, this is exactly the spot where Angelo will wait for us, and from here we can take a picture of the Varlam monastery. And further to the left, the great Meteora, the first one. The great Meteora was founded in the 14th century, and it was the first organized monastery by Saint Athanasius, who came from the mountain of Athos. The first monastery was built in the 14th century, the first organized, Churches were built earlier, already in the 11th century. Chapels and churches for the hermits living in these small holes on the rocks that we just saw. And they wanted to have a church where they could gather together for the Kyriako, the Sunday, for the liturgy, the service, and to pray together, to gather together and pray.
It's the 14th century AD.
Of course, AD. We're talking about the religion of the Christians. In the winter, sometimes there are big problems with the snow. It snows a lot.
The priest has to open up that sanctuary.
The clouds are coming in again.
That's why they stay up there so long.
They stay up there.
Can't get down.
And
You like that?
Wow.
That's the one over there. This is really great. The clouds.
the most difficult one, as I've said, is the monastery of the Holy Trinity, the one in front of us to the right. Actually, there is no connection, as you see. They built steps from the main road all the way down to these rocks and then up again. It's a nunnery.
How many nuns are there now?
Just
I think
regular
5.
merchants.
5.
Yes, there are not so many monks or nuns here today because you understand that someone who wants to live as a monk, he prefers a place with not so many visitors.
Right. So
Yes.
it's no longer ironic.
We don't see them around, only a few, the ones who are
Meteora. And at the end of this view of Meteora, we'd like to interview a local resident here, one of the local meteorites. Your name, please?
Sister Helena.
Sister Helena. How do you like living among the clouds here?
It's the most precious thing.
Really?
Yes.
Thank you very much for your attention. And now back to the meteors.
See where a big rock collapsed over there recently.
There's a rock climber.
another-
There's somebody climbing, I think,
there
over
somebody
there.
climb-
Yes.
I didn't see anybody
we
climb,
intend to
but I
climb the
saw this
rocks to the
huge
very
rock
top.
collapse.
Really?
Yes, we're going to
That's it.
folk dance our way up.
There's a big space in there
With
where
the
the rock
special-
collapsed.
With
The
Saul's
wings of Icarus and the
Icarus.
wings of Nike.
Icarus
And
is
the
on
wings will
Alaska.
not
Wow,
bre-
there's a
break.
little
The wings will not break.
Excellent.
Bye.
But
I had not seen that till just now. And there's more right over top of it.
do you have anything to say about that?
Well,
That's enough.
Gail reports that the exhibit in the glass case in the corner as we came in is a nun.